Jai Bharat to all students. In last lecture, we have started a new chapter, probability. Okay. In that, we have discussed definition and what is probability, and also formula of probability and some of the example related to probability, basic example. Okay. So now, in today's lecture, we will discuss about probability complement and different types of event. Okay, dependent event, independent event, like that. Okay, so first of all, let us start with the probability complement. Okay, what is probability complement? Okay, complement complement of event is said that all outcome that are not the event. Okay, complement of any event that all outcome that are not the event. Let's say example, in a throwing a dice, event is a in dice is coming for 4, number 4. Okay, event one event is that we have to count how many times number 4 are there. Okay, so what is the complement of this event? Okay, not getting 4. Okay, not getting 4, not getting 4. Okay, so what are the number that not getting for 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6? Okay, so this is a event that getting a 4 is our event, but complement of this event is 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 5 6. Okay, now let's say this is the event, and what is the and if you want to find out complement of this event, so it's a getting a 4. Okay, so it's a vice versa. Okay, outcome that are not the event is called probability complement. Okay, so or let's say simple example, when the event is heads, its complement is tail, and when the event is tails, its complement is head. Simple, heads and tails. Okay, also let's say when the event is Monday and Wednesday, so its complement is any other day other than Monday and Wednesday. Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday other than Monday and Wednesday is called complement of that particular event. Or in the card, you can say when the event is only heart, then complement is spade, club, diamonds and joker. Three colors: spades, clubs and diamond. Okay, and also there are joker. So complement of event that not outcome. Okay, outcome that are not in the event. Okay, so complement of event is all other outcome not in the we want. Okay, and if we add together the event and the complement makes all possible outcome. Okay, so we have included all the outcome that not in the event, it's called complement. If we add together event and complement, then we have all possible outcome for the that particular event. Okay, now let's count probability of that complement. Okay, we already know probability of any event happening is number of way it can happen upon total number of outcome. Okay, we already know example about probability. If we chance of rolling of 4 with a die is number of way it can happen 1, and total number of outcome 6, 1 by 6. Okay, and you can write down like this in short form: P of A means probability of event A. Okay, and complement is shown by a letter mark after the letter such as a dash, or you can say a prefix C or a bar. You can anything you can write down, but in book or in our syllabus we have write down like a dash. Okay, so P of a dash means probability of complement of event A. P of A and P of a dash. Okay, now if we add two probability, this probability of event A and a probability of complement, it always add 1. Why 1? Because summation of all the probability we already know maximum is 1. A probability value is 0 to 1. So if we add all the outcome of P and P a dash, then it always going to be 1. Okay, so if we add probability of event A and probability of complement of event that day, then its addition is always going to make 1. Okay, let's start with example that can prove this formula. Okay, rolling of 5 or 6. Okay, let event A is a 5 or 6. We want 5 or 6. Okay, so here our event A is 5 and 6 and complement is 1 2 3 4. Okay, so now calculate probability. Number of way it can happen 2 because we have 5 or 6 and total number 6, so 1 by 3, and complement of event is 1 2 3 4, and number of way it can happen is 4. So now our total number of outcome is 6. So P of A dash is 4 by 6, 2 by 3. Okay. So we now have count both of this probability. So now let's add this value of to probability. P of A plus P of A dash is equal to 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3 is equal to 3 by 3 is equal to 1. So we always get a 1. Okay. So you have to remember this probability and probability complement. Okay, why we have to calculate complement other than probability? Let's say example, you have given a simple example, throw two dice. What is the probability that two scores are different? What is the probability that two scores are different? In exam one question is you have to throw two dice and you have to find the probability that two scores are different. Okay, so different score means in one dice we you get 2, and in one dice 3, 3 or 6, 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 6 2 4, anything. Okay, so if you make list, that list is going to make much more. Okay, you have to count all the number. Okay, because for probability we have to count number of way it can happen and upon total number. Okay, so first of all you have to count the how many times that number is going to happen. Okay, so you have to write down all the number that is going to happen, but these are the main much more number. Okay, so what do? You find complement. Okay, what is the complement of this event? That which is when the two scores are the same. Two score are the same. Okay, here they have given two scores are different, but its complement is two score are the same, and it's only six outcome. Why? 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 and 6 6. Okay, only six outcome, and we can easily count this probability. Yes, P of A dash is equal to 6 by 36 and 1 by 6. Now we already know that P of A and P of A dash together make 1. So we easily count probability of event A. 1 minus P of A dash 1 minus 1 by 6 is equal to 5 by 6. We do not have to count all the number of event happening. Okay. So this is a simple. Let's assume that you have given throw 3 dice. What is we have 3 dice, and same question, what is the probability that three scores are different? Three score are different, so you have number of possibility. Okay, you have to write down all the number and you have to count. Okay, so it's a long list and time consuming. Okay, so now what you will do, you will find that all the three score are same. It's only always going to happen 6. Okay, 1 1 1 2 2 2 3 3 3 4 4 4 5 5 5 6 6 6, only going to happen 6, and total number of outcome for the three devices 3. Okay, so you calculate its complement and then deduct 1 minus complement of event, then you will get the probability of particular that event. Okay, so complement is useful in that types of example, that making count the number of outcome, it's much more long list and time consuming. Okay, so that time complement is useful. Okay, so this is a complement of probability. Okay, now let's start probability types of different types of event in using probability. Okay, okay. We already know what is event. Event in last lecture we have discussed what is event. When we say event, we mean one or more outcome. Okay, and sample space also we have discussed. Okay, example event is getting a tail when tossing a coin is an event. Rolling a 5 is an event. Choosing a king from a deck of card is also an event. rolling a even number is an event. Okay, so in event it is not necessary that outcome is always one or always one or greater than one. Okay, it's anything can outcome we can get, one or more outcome, it's called event. Okay, now there are three different types of event basically used in probability: independent event, dependent event, and mutually exclusive event. Okay, independent, dependent, and mutually exclusive. Okay, independent, as a word says, the each event is not affected by other event. It's independent. Okay, it's not depend on others event. Okay, each event is not affected by the other event. And dependent one, as a word says, also called conditional, where event is affected by other events. Okay, it's depend on other events to outcome. Okay, if it's depend on the result of others outcome. Okay, and the last is mutually exclusive. Okay, event can't happen at the same time. We already know what is a mutual exclusive in set theory. Okay, in which we have studied mutually exclusive set. Okay, so in the probability also we have to study mutually exclusive event. Okay, event that can't happen at the same time. Let's talk about in detail. Okay, independent, independent event, meaning each event is not affected by any other event. Okay, uh, a coin does not know that it come up heads before each toss. A coin is a perfect isolated thing. Let's say example, so you can get the idea. Okay, let's say you toss a coin 3 times. Okay, it comes up heads each time. It's come up heads each time. What is the chance that next toss will also be head? Next toss is also be head. You have coin already 3 times, and all 3 times it comes head. Okay, so what is the probability that in next toss it will be head? It's not 100%. It always going to 50%. Okay, the chance is simply 1/2 or 50%, just like any other toss of coin. It's not depend on previous result. Okay, if you toss a coin 100 times, and in 100 time always heads comes up, but in next time you toss a coin, probability is always going to 50%. Why? Because tossing a coin will does not affect in previous result. Okay, how many results are there, it will not depend on them. Okay, it's a fresh start. Okay, so tossing a coin is always going to independent event. Okay, so it does not affect the result of past outcome. Okay, it did in the past will not affect the current tossed. Okay, so some people think it's overdue for a tail, but really truly next toss of the coin is totally independent of any previous tosses. Okay, let's say 3 to 4 times is going head, then let's say now tails comes. Okay, but it's not like that. Okay, always the probability of going heads or tails is always going to 50%. Okay, okay, next dependent event. Okay, in this types of event I already discussed basics of independent and some example. Okay, in detail in next lecture we will discuss about more in detail about independent, dependent, and mutually exclusive event. Okay, so in this lecture we already only discuss about definition and only example, simple example. Okay, next dependent. Okay, where but some event can be dependent, which means they can affected by previous event. Okay, it depend on previous result of outcome. Okay, let's say drawing a two cards from a deck, select a two cards from the deck. Okay, okay, after taking one card, let's say one event, after taking one card from the deck, there are less card available. Okay, only 51 card are available, so the probability will changes. Okay, it's depend on the previous region. Let's say example, let's look at the chances of getting a king. Okay, there are four kings, heart spades. Okay, there are four different color of king. Okay, so let's say for first card the chance of drawing a king is 4 out of 52. because we have 4 king and total number of card is 52. But for the if we choose second card, okay, let's assume two probability that if the first card was a king, then the second card is less likely to be the king. Why? Because as only 3 out of the 51 cards are left are kings. Yes, okay. Total card are remaining 51. If our first card is a king, then now only 3 cards are in the king in the total overall 51 cards. Okay, so probability is less compared to the first try. Now let's assume if the card was not a king, then the second card is slightly more likely to be king. Okay, probability is slightly more higher. As of why? Because 4 of the 51 card are left in we have to choose 4 card in the 51 compared to the first card that have probability of 4 out of 52. Okay, so this choosing a card from the deck is a dependent event. It's depend on a previous event. In our example, depend on a first card that first card is if first card is king, then it's less likely to be a king in second card. Okay, probability will decrease. And if the first card is not king, then probability of second card to be king is will increase, slightly increase. Okay, slightly more. Okay, so this is called dependent event. Okay, now let's say this is because we are removing cards from the deck. Let's say there are no replacement. Okay, when we put each card back after drawing it, the chances don't change as the event are independent. Okay, if we choose select one card, then we can put one card in the deck, then probability will not change. Okay, there are always going to 52 cards, so then this selecting a card will be independent event. Okay, so if we remove one choosing card, then it will going to dependent event. Okay, so do not confuse in between independent and dependent. Okay, in exam many times they have given in the problem like card. Okay, so you have to see they have given the replacement or not replacement. Okay, after selecting they will put the card back or not. Okay, you have to knowledge about that. Okay, so you can figure out that this is a independent event on dependent event. Okay, both formulas different to count probability. Okay, in for independent event probability is some easy, but for dependent event to count the probability it's somehow difficult. Okay, then without a replacement the chances will change, the event are dependent. Okay, so if we replace one card from in the deck, then it's independent. And if we collect this deck card from the deck, then it will event will be dependent event. Okay, also a diagram to understand dependent event. Okay, let's say soccer game example. You are off to a soccer and love being a goalkeeper. Okay, you are playing soccer and you have to love being the goalkeeper. Okay, but that depend in who is the coach today. Okay, there are two coach that depends on the coach that I am going to be a goalkeeper or not. Let's say two coaches are there, Sam and Alex. Okay, with coach Sam, of your probability of being goalkeeper is 0.5, and for Alex your probability is 0.3. Okay, so they have given two probability. If today is a today coach is Sam, then your chances will be 0.5, and if today is coach Alex, then your chances will be 0.3. Now same also they have given one criteria. If today is Sam or Alex. Okay, if Sam is coach more often, about 6 of every 10 game. Okay, they have given criteria. Let's so that probability is 0.6. Okay, today a coach will Sam as a coach will come is the probability is 0.6, 6 of every 10 game. Okay, so now let's take a T diagram. Okay, so today's choosing a Sam. start with coaches. We know 0.6 for same. Probability of same will come is 0.6. We already given. Okay, so we always know that what is the probability for LX? 0.4. Okay, why? Because summation of both probabilities is 1. Now, and fill out the branches for same. Okay, now what is the probability if same is a coach, then you being a goalkeeper is 0.5. So 0.5 is probability that you will being the goalkeeper, and 0.5 is also probability that you will not be goalkeeper. And what is the probability of LX? If today is a coach is LX, so it's a 0.3. To chances 0.3 that you will be goalkeeper, and 0.7 chances that you will not getting goalkeeper. Okay, so this is called T diagram, and after this T diagram we can calculate the probability of dependent event. Okay, we will discuss this in conditional probability in next lecture. Okay, so you can draw tree diagram like this. And next is our mutually exclusive event. Mutually exclusive event means we can't get both event at the same time. Okay, let's say it's either one or other, not both. Okay, let's say example, turning left or right are mutually exclusive. Okay, you can't do both at the same time. If you're going to bike, you can only take left, or you only take right. Okay, both not at the same time. Okay, heads and tails are also mutually exclusive event. Okay, it's a if you toss a coin, both are going happen, it's not possible. Okay, if it is either heads or either tails. Okay, so both event cannot happen at the same time is called mutually exclusive. Okay, if you pick up a card in the deck, okay, so king and aces are also mutually exclusive. Okay, because one card is always going to kings. Okay, both are not going to happen at the same time. Okay, what is the mutual? Kings and hearts is a black color. Okay, it's not a mutually exclusive. Why? Because we can have kings of heart. Yes, kings are in a 4 color, heart space. Okay, so this is going to be a not mutually exclusive. Okay, this is example of mutually exclusive, but this outcome will happen sometimes. Okay, that we have kings of heart. Okay, just like this. Okay, this is a S and this is a king. Okay, so this is our mutually exclusive, can't be a both. We cannot select one card from both of the S and kings are there. Okay, but hearts and kings are not mutually exclusive, can be both. Okay, here heart of kings. Okay, so this is the in set theory we have discussed this, just like mutually exclusive. Okay, so mutually exclusive is like this. Okay, okay, so these are the mainly types of event: independent event, dependent event, and mutually exclusive. So in next lecture we will discuss more about independent events and dependent events, and that after next lecture we will discuss more about mutually exclusive event. Okay, so all the three types of event we will discuss in detail, and also we have discussed is related to example. Okay, so now this is your types of event. Okay, so this is your assignment question. Okay. The first question is already I have given in last lecture, but for this lecture you have to solve with a complement. Okay, solve with a complement, probability complement. Okay, these three sum are all example of probability complement. Okay, do not solve with a simple probability method. You have to solve with probability complement, as we see in the our lecture. Okay, so these three problem you have to solve with the probability complement theory and upload it in redundant application. Okay, so now today's your lecture is completed.